It was my junior year of high school. I was around 17 years old, and growing up, I never had a father figure in my life. My father passed away of cancer when I was 6 months old. But there was this man in my life when I was really young back in New Mexico. I really cared about him, and I really wanted him to be a part of my life. And that junior year, he kind of just left me even more, you know? That drove me to what I did. It was 2 days in a row. It was two very fortunate circumstances. I felt as if I never had an option to take care of my mental health. It was just, you break down, you get back up and keep going. Literally, I tried to do it Tuesday and Wednesday, and then I played the game on Friday.
He opened up to me about it somewhere in the middle of training camp this year. I imagine that's got to be something that's very difficult to do, to kind of let somebody in like that. He's awesome. I don't know how you can't be in the kid's corner, to be honest with you. He's really impressive, and just the way he was able to handle himself.
My motivation came from, I lost a lot of good people in my life through death by suicide, and it took a lot out of me. I got so comfortable with the fact that I was damaged. I'm not gonna lie, I went through a lot of things in my past. I went through a lot of things with just coming up, and everything was up to me, and I was not good at planning my own things. I was not good at I wasn't disciplined enough in that area of being self-reliant.
Yeah, I would say it's certainly really sports and just anything in life, I imagine, any profession. It's kind of just the awareness and people kind of being able to look at it and identify it for what it is, and to have the viewpoint to, hey, how can we help people? Say there's been a lot of progress there. And you know, with Brendan, I think one thing that's really impressive about him is, just at least from the short time that I've known him, I think it's really, he's been able to show his maturity.
Why do I love football? What do I need to do to love football even more? And what can I do to succeed at football? I can tell you that junior year, that 2022 year, I was very fixated on being the playmaker. I was always like, okay, I have to be the person to do this, I have to do this. 2023 year, I focused on being the person that someone can rely on. I wanted to be reliable. I didn't want to be a playmaker anymore, and that's what I focused on a lot, was just to be a reliable person. And mentally, that helped me out so much, because I no longer stressed the fact that I had to be someone who's amazing. I just had to be someone who did my job well.
He's got really good size, got really good strength, and I think he's got really good instincts to go with it. And yeah, I think for them, what they're going to see is what they see on Saturdays on this film is something that he does every day. And you know, just beyond his physical attributes and those traits, there's somebody that's going to be really dependable for them and will do whatever they ask, and he is a very unselfish, team-first guy.
It's basically a job interview, and it's not like any job interview that the rest of us go through. The questions are going to be, how fast are you? How tall are you? What do you weigh? It's specific questions, and instead of giving a verbal answer, he's going to show exactly what he's able to do with those tests.
I had 3 or 4 teams send me a questionnaire for them to fill out, and then I had 2 interviews with the Raiders and the 49ers, and then I just talked to the Kansas City Chiefs a little bit. So it's like, everything's different.
Driven, dedicated, motivated, he's excitable, someone you can root for very easily.
When it comes to training, when it comes to doing everything, it's just it's up to me, for me to get to where I want to be. And I really, really enjoyed Sanford. I really enjoyed everything they had to offer.
It's incredible that these kids that want to go to college, that are currently in high school, they can get the same treatment, go through the same programming that guys like Chris Streveler or CJ Ham and now Brendan Webb have gone through, that that use this facility to propel themselves. I have fallen in love with South Dakota just a little bit, and so being here, it's good to train at home, because I also think it's more authentically me. Being vulnerable to the people that you trust, being able to ask, and being able to ask those questions that need to be asked. Ask your friend, hey, are you going through something? Do you need anything from me? And finding a way that you can be just a pillar for them in their life. I'm very much so loved by everybody around me, and I want everyone around me to have the ability to share their mental health journey. Suicide is the last option. It's never the first one. If someone has finally reached that point and they have taken their life, they have gone through many stages. Suicide takes a long time for someone to finally hit that, and
It's never too late to ask, can I help you? Don't ever feel like it's too late to ask for help, or if it's ever too late to reach out for help.